What is going on, guys? Quality XA here today, bringing you guys a brand new video on Destiny 2. Now today we're actually going to be rounding up all of the weekly information, so I'm not going to hold you back and let's jump right into this. So first up, we actually got this from Bungie Help. So they did say about the investigating reports that players are receiving powerful rewards at a lower power than expected. Please stay tuned for updates. Now we will cover it a little bit more towards the end of the video, but they are looking at a fix for this because it is currently an annoying bug. You're obviously expecting to get some powerful gear, but you're getting lower than what your current power is. It's very, very silly, but hopefully they actually fix that. Next up, moving on to the juicy news, we have got our first look at the Reckoning Tier 3. This is coming on the 15th of March, I do believe, but we've actually got the power level for this, so it's actually going to be 690. You will actually be able to enter this at 680, but it will be very, very challenging. If you guys want to have a chance of completing this, I'd recommend 690 as that is the recommended power level, and yeah, I'd love to see what kind of loot we get from this. We also do know that you will get this triumph here, so complete all 3 stages of Tier 3 of the Reckoning without dying. So it says swords defeated and the likeness of Oryx, which is obviously a small version of Oryx. And you do get this really epic looking emblem here, which is very, very awesome. I know that this is probably one of the ones that I'm going to go for. I've really been enjoying this update so far and this season pass. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in that comment section below if you guys are actually going to attempt that Tier 3 when you reach that light. Talking about the Reckoning though, we do know that there is actually 3 new mods in the game. We've got Boss Resistance, Major Resistance and Minor Resist. So pretty much what these are mods. We don't know too much about the details of them yet, but you can expect Boss Resist to be taking less damage from bosses, Major taking less damage from majors, and Minors taking less damage from minors. Now I don't know if these are going to be Reckoning specific, but you will be able to earn these from the Reckoning that we do believe. Whether you can only use these in the Reckoning is currently unknown, but they do seem like some very helpful and useful mods, especially considering the amount of enemies that you get mobbed by in the Reckoning. Moving up next, we're actually going to be talking about some of the new exotics in the database. Currently unknown where they actually are, if they're actually in this update or could be coming in the few coming weeks. So we've got Wishes of Sorrow, which looks like a brand new ornament which actually changes the appearance of the font. Gives it like this white look. Sort of reminds me of the Dreaming City. It looks really epic. We've also got these new ghost shells. So we've got the Cotton Tail shell, which is like a bunny shell. We've got the Lapine shell, which again has these really cool ears. We've got the Black Peregrine, which is a very needle-like ship. It looks really awesome just from the photo. And then last but not least, we've actually got the Ladylike shell. Now these could be related to the brand new event. I believe it's called the Reverie. We know that that is an event coming in this season, so these could be linked to some sort of Easter event, something like that, but I'd be very interested to see when these actually do get released, unless they are already being put in the game, just time gated, so I'm very, very excited for these. Moving on, we're actually going to be talking about the invitations of the 9, so DMG said he wanted to clear up some confusion and misinformation. Invitations of the 9 will function differently than your weekly Queen ritual. These are character based and not calendar gated. In other words, if you miss a week, you won't miss the unique lore. At most, you'd be able to pick up from where you left off after following reset and could continue the 9-week cycle. We won't be diving too deeply into the mechanics on this. We're excited to see your reactions as it unfolds. So I'm personally a big fan of the lore in the game, especially the 9, so I really cannot actually wait to see this, especially with all these Xur Bounties and all of that kind of stuff. So here, talking about the Xur Bounties, we've actually got one of the invitations for the 9 here, and this is just an example. You need to do things such as complete strikes and nightfalls, but this one is complete Crucible matches in the quick play, rumble and competitive playlists. Once you do that, you get into the unknown, which is the invitation of the 9 basically. And then here we've actually got the mission name, mystery and potential. The derelict is vast. The hall is unknowable. Take your time and examine your surroundings. Now you will be going around, you basically talk to the emissary, all of that kind of stuff to gain lore about her, and you do learn quite a few bits and pieces from the way that Bungie was going on about it, but I am very, very excited and cannot wait for that. Next up, we're actually going to be talking about Spider's inventory. Now, Spider is actually going to be getting an update for his inventory, and as you guys can see, these are going to enter it. So you've got the Bits, which is a brand new ghost shell. You've got the Midnight Special, which is basically a non-functioning Galahorn. You've got the Ruckus, the Jerky, you've got the Bad News, the Good News, and a Lion. Now these could potentially all be quest items. We currently don't know what this is. I do believe the Midnight Special could be linked to something like an April Fool's joke, considering everyone is still missing the Galahorn. I do expect it to come into Destiny 2 at some point, maybe for the last ever update for Destiny 2. But yeah, it's just really cool. I'd really like your thoughts on what these types of things could be in Spider's inventory, because they do look pretty silly, if that makes any sense, because we've never seen these kinds of items before, and I do believe that they could be linking us to some of the quests. Speaking about quests, they did say that the Fawn quest is kicking off on March the 12th. They do say a mysterious spot in the European Dead Zone holds a clue. Seek it out to start your journey in search of the hand cannon shrouded in darkness. At the same time you set off in search of the Fawn, the Allegiance quest will become available as well. This offers you a choice: stand with the Vanguard or cast your lot with the Drifter. The choice is made per character, so if you have multiple characters, you can choose each of their paths. Really awesome. They did also say Tier 3 in the Reckoning is considered as endgame content, requiring power 680 to enter and meant to be worthy of a challenge to all of you powerful Guardians as you gear up to max power this season. The activity is set to 690, so bring your best gear. We recommend forming up a fire team for coordination, but matchmaking is still available to you. So I'm actually pleased that they do mention about matchmaking being in this again. Obviously we knew it, especially if you guys have played on day one, went into the Reckoning, but I do think the matchmaking is also really, really awesome, and I'm glad that they're actually sticking with that on some of these activities. But again, I'm very, very excited to see about the Fawn and the Allegiance quests. Really cannot wait to play them ones as well. Moving on, we've got some known issues as well. So first up, you guys can see here, we've got the known issue callout weekly bounty resets. So again, this is basically where people are getting weekly bounties from their vendors, and it's not actually resetting for them. So when they complete them, they're not getting the weekly bounty at the end of it. They've also got the reports of the getting +0 power rewards, so they are looking for that. Hopefully they're actually going to be fixing that for the brand new hotfix coming tomorrow. They did also say director challenges are dropping lower power drops than expected as well, so again they are looking at a hotfix for this in tomorrow's update. And then last but not least, they have also got some of the fixed issues here. I'll let you guys just check them out on screen. But yes guys, that is pretty much the end of the video anyways. If you did enjoy, a like would be much appreciated, as well as subscribing if you guys are new around here. It'd be much appreciated, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, and I hope you enjoyed.